What it do, guys? What it do, baby? What it do? Goals in sports. It don't matter what sport, what level, professional, semi-professional, amateur. We're all more or less experiencing the same things like training, recovery, game day, match day, fight day, whatever the case is. All level of athletes, depending on funds and money, more or less experience the same thing in day-to-day life. Now, in the day-to-day life, there are times where athletes set out goals to figure out where they're at in terms of progress in their own journey, their style, their technique. My chair falling now. I gotta make myself taller. But either way, goals sort of see where you are in your blueprint of whatever it is you're doing. Now, the difference between elite athletes and a normal athlete is that elite athletes do not make goals their slave. Yeah. They kind of see themselves achieving those goals already. And they're just living and experiencing day to day, keeping the mentality that they've already achieved the things that they desired. Now, normal athletes live their day to day life in scarcity, chasing a goal, believing that the goal is not there yet. You see, they're doing more when they should be doing less, because less is more. Because if you do more, you burn out. You see what I'm saying? You overtrain. You don't feel good match day. You see what I'm saying? And that can harm an athlete, that sort of mentality, that psychological thinking. When you have goals, you have to live your life as if you've already achieved those goals because you are manifesting it into in your mind first, in your thought process, for it to process into reality. Think about it for a second. A lot of the elite athletes saw themselves as champions already, and they lived their life operating as the champion they were in their mind. You see, then it comes to game day or the final tournament game, whatever the case is, and they do it, They just do what they need to do, and they're in flow when they do it because in their mind they're feeling everything that they desired, the goals, everything that they've put in training. They feel it in those moments because they're not operating under scarcity. It's abundance, you see. Skaters fall often, like they hurt themselves, they break their arms, they break their backs, they break their legs. But it's the durability of setting out certain goals of I'm gonna do a 360, or I'm gonna do a certain move, or I'm gonna hit this rail. That sort of goal orientated feeling. Imagine constant failure, but the feeling of, you know, abundance and scarcity, like a good balance, knowing that they can do it, but knowing that they have to keep trying to do it. You see, that's also good. That's why skaters are very intelligent guys, very intelligent, because they can problem solve normal things in normal life. Because when they're skating, their goals are fragmented into one specific skill or move that they have to complete, but they have to go through a trial of failures and adversities whilst experiencing physical pain. You see, that tests your mental, tests your psychology. Your psychological strength, that's what it tests a lot, you see. That sort of mental test, you know, specifically in individual sports like skating, mixed martial arts, boxing, gymnastics, golf, tennis. You're more or less gonna balance the abundance side and scarcity side of chasing your goals or achieving your goals. You see. Now, before you become an athlete, before you become an elite athlete, you become, you're a normal athlete at first. But then it just builds up over time with your skill set and the amount of hours you put in, and you become elite. You see. But more or less, they're two of the same people. It's just that they both at two different mental states. One is chasing, the other one is becoming. You see. But the other one who's becoming started chasing. You see, the other one who's chasing eventually starts to become. You see, it's vice. This is why I was saying where the people who you meet are a reflection of you, no matter the case of what level they are in the skill set of the respective sport that you're in. You see. But overall, yeah, do not make your goals your slave. Yeah. Because making your goals your slave will burn you the fuck out. It won't promote longevity in the sport. Examples of, like, you do too much hard sparring, like way too much, more than you feel like you can take enough for, because you go home with headaches and neck aches. But because you've made your goal your slave, you gotta still keep chasing. You're not abundant, you see. Therefore, you don't train smarter. You get what I'm saying? That's an example of making your goals your slave. What you wanna do is make your goals, yeah, have a desire, have a want, put a seed in your mind, and then live your day-to-day life as if you've accomplished what it is you have set out. Because that is abundance. That is the highest form of love, self-love you could give to yourself as an athlete, because that will make you perform better in training, recover better, train smarter, so that in the lead up of whatever the matchup, the game, or the fight, everything is flawless. You're on peak condition, mentally and physically, because you took the time to be abundant with what it is you wanted from the sport. You see what I'm saying? And that's psychological. You see, it's psychological, because it's all about how you view yourself, because the brain is you, the mind, the body, that's just the 3D version, but the mind is essentially you. And that is how you can quickly manifest the goals that you want to achieve if you just become abundant whilst chasing your goals, but in a manner of abundance, not scarcity. You can balance it out if you have the mental strength to, but ultimately, it is up to you. Like and subscribe. It's good karma. And until next time, this is the Reclusive Artist 33. I'm out.